Welcome to today's episode of What Does the Law Say? But move on, subscribe, and do not forget to share. So to avoid stories that touch, let's go right into today's discussion. So today we'll be discussing about human rights, fundamental human rights. And want to talk about what exactly is human rights, who's it applicable to, is it discriminatory, and what are those rights exactly that are considered as human rights. So human rights are basic rights that belong to any person in the world. So as long as you're a person in this world, you will have human rights, or you are entitled to human rights. So today's video is for everybody all over the world. Whatever continent you're from, this video is for you because you're a human being and you have a human right. So we know the treaty by United Nations is known as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and most countries have signed and ratified this declaration. About 193 member states, have signed this declaration, and so it means that just as they've signed the declaration internationally, the contents of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights should reflect in local laws and local constitutions and different things like that in the government. So now let's look at some of those rights, some of those human rights that are in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Points to note: human rights is not country specific. It means that it's not just for when you're in a specific country or in a particular place. As long as you're a human being, you're entitled to human rights. Human rights also is not for some select race or religion or tribe or a particular sex. No. Also, human rights is inalienable. That means it cannot be transferred. You cannot transfer your human rights. Every human being is entitled to rights, or entitled to a right. Every human being is entitled to human rights. One of the priorities of the United Nations is human rights. That's what that's part of what they are going to be focusing on in this year. And so just as it's important to know that, it is also important to know what exactly are those human rights. What are the human rights that are put to you as a human being? So there are 30 articles in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I cannot go through all the 30 articles, except if you want me to. If you want me to, please drop it in the comment section and I'll go through the remaining articles. But for today, I'm going to go through 10 of those articles, 10 important articles I think every human being and every person should know. Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and in rights. And so it says that, or that means that as long as you're a human being, you are born equal. There's no one person in Africa is not better than the person in North America. The person in Asia is not better than the person in continent, Australia. All human beings are born free, they are born equal, and they have equal rights, equal dignity, and they are supposed to act towards each other in a spirit of brotherhood. We are supposed to act towards each other in love and in brotherly love. We're not supposed to look at one person and feel like someone has less rights because they are of a particular race or a particular skin color. Article 2 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that everyone is entitled to all the rights and the freedoms set forth in this declaration without any distinction of any kind, such as race, religion, sex, language, political or other opinion. So it means that as long as you're a human being, as long as you live on this planet Earth, you have that right to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration. So you are not supposed to be treated any differently because you're of a different race. You are not supposed to be treated any differently because you're a different opinion or religion or of a particular tribe or sex. As long as you're a human being in this global world, you have that right and freedom set forth in this declaration. So Article 3 says everyone has a right to life, liberty, and security of person. I'm sure this is probably the most popular rights that everybody knows. Oh, I have a right to life. I have a right to life. Yes, you have a right to life. You have a right to live. You have a right to liberty and security of person. As simple as it sounds, you have a right to live as a human being. You have a right to have your life. You have a right to be free, have liberty, and security of a person. Article 4 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says that no one shall be held in slavery or servitude, or no person shall be, involved in slave trade. Any form of slave trade has been prohibited. And knowing that this article is actually in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights brings to my remembrance about a video I saw a few weeks back where this guy was crying and begging and saying that he has been sold into slavery somewhere in Africa. And so you want to think that, but these African countries are actually member states of the United Nations, and they've signed and ratified this treaty. They know the declaration, they know what human rights is about. So why is that going on? However, Article 4 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that no person shall be held in slavery or in bondage, and that every form of slavery should be prohibited. So if in any way your country or you as a person are involved in slavery or in keeping any person in bondage, that is a breach on that person's human rights. You are breaching that person's fundamental human rights as a human being. You're not supposed to hold anybody in bondage or be involved in any form of slavery. Article 5. Article 5 also is a very popular article because most countries put it out there and is involved in their local law. So Article 5 says that no one shall be subjected to torture, inhumane treatment, or degrading treatment. This one is something that everybody puts out there. No person in this world should be subjected to any form of torture or be subjected to any form of degrading or inhumane treatment. But on a second thought, so times when a person was sentenced to death, maybe given the death penalty, and the execution was probably supposed to be through firing squad or an electric chair. Was that? Maybe not. I don't know if that would be considered as torture, but no person shall be subjected to any form of torture, inhumane, or degrading treatment. Every person has a right to live properly, a right not to be put under in that way. So, and this goes to say that even if you are an Iraq citizen and you're in America, you should not be subjected to torture. Even if you are a Nigerian citizen and you go to Europe, you are not supposed to be subjected to torture. No person at all shall be subjected to torture, inhumane, or degrading treatment. So Article 6 says that every person has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. So just as I mentioned in Article 5, that wherever you go to all over the world, you are supposed to be recognized as a person under the law. So you do not say that, oh, this person is not of our race or of our tribe, and they live in our country, so we would regard them different. No, you are recognized as a person before the law wherever you go, because you are a human being, and this is a fundamental right under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So I jump and I want to take some other articles. I'm not going chronologically anymore, so I'm going to move into another article that I consider very important. So Article 13 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights also states that every person has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. I think this is something Nigerians are supposed to hear now, that every person has that right to freedom of movement within the borders of each state. That means I can decide to move to Abuja tomorrow. I can decide to move to Kano tomorrow. I can decide to move to Ondo State tomorrow. But we're supposed to live together in brotherhood, just like I mentioned in Article 1. Everybody's supposed to enjoy their equal rights, not deprive the other person or be violent about it. So every person is entitled to freedom of movement within the borders of their states. The subsection 2 of Article 13 says that every person has the right to leave any country, including his own, and return to his own country. Whoever knew that is actually your fundamental human right to leave your country and to return to your country, to return to any country. So as a human being that has human rights, it is your right to leave any country, to leave your own country, go to another country. It's your right to return back to your country. It's your right. It's not that, oh, nobody will take you back, nobody will accept you, how would you look? No, it is your right to move in and out of any country, as long as you are legally moving in and out. Article 16 says that men and women of full age, without any limitations due to race or nationality or religion, have the right to marry. It is your right to marry. But so do you even understand that some of these things that probably people say that, oh, I want to, I do not want to do, they actually have the right to do it. As in, not just maybe they are trying to be stubborn or prove a strong head. No, it is actually a fundamental human right in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights that you have a right to marry or not to marry. It is your right. If you decide to get married, it is your right. If you decide not to get married, that is still your right. You are entitled to equal rights as to the marriage, during, before, or, if for any reason it's going to be dissolved, you have that right, equality of rights in that marriage. So Article 23(1) also says that everyone has the right to work, to free choice of employment, to just and favorable conditions of work, and protection against unemployment. So it is your fundamental right as a human being, everywhere, anywhere you find yourself, to actually work. You have that right to work, except if maybe there are any restrictions as to the number of hours or any boundary or limit as to the number of hours. But it's your fundamental right to work even in your country, to work anywhere you are. It says everyone has the right to work, and you have the free choice of employment. You can decide to be employed in one place and not be decided to be employed in another place. It's not that, would it be fair? Would it be good? Free choice of employment. That's what the Universal Declaration says. Free choice of employment. And you also have the right to just and favorable conditions of work. Hello, if for any reason you are not in a favorable condition of work, then your rights are being breached, because the Human Rights Convention, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, says that you have that right to just and favorable conditions of work and to protection against employment. The last one for today, because I said I was going to mention 10. The last one for today is Article 24 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which says that everyone has the right to rest and leisure. So it is not mean and wicked to actually enjoy your rest. It is a fundamental human right. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure. It's not too much if you take yourself out and relax and enjoy yourself. It is your right as a human being. And it says including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holidays with pay. These are your fundamental human rights that are meant to be translated in local laws and constitutions, because our country has already signed this declaration. So it is your right to enjoy yourself, to leisure. It's your right to relax, to rest. Say to yourself that it's my right to rest. Don't feel like if you're resting, then you're wasting away your life. No, it is your right to rest, and it is your right to also have reasonable limitation of working hours. There are many other articles. There are 20 other articles I did not mention in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. But if you want me to mention it, please drop that in the comment section and I'll mention it. Thank you very much for watching today's episode of What Does the Law Say? Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. What does the law say? I'll tell you next Thursday.